Hello, kids. Today I am going to tell you a story about Pinocchio. Long time ago, in a small town of England lived a lonely old carpenter. He didn't have wife or children, but always wanted a child of his own. One day, he made a puppet boy. As soon as the carpenter painted the puppet with the eyes, the nose, and the mouth, the puppet's eyes began to blink. The puppet unexpectedly spoke up. The carpenter was so happy that he named the little puppet as Pinocchio. He sold his own clothes to buy Pinocchio, books and stationery, and sent him to school. Pinocchio hated school. One day he ran to the street and played with fruits in the fruit shop like toys. Because of him, the old carpenter was put into prison by the police. In the evening, Pinocchio returned home. He was hungry, but he couldn't find one piece of bread. He ran outside, waiting for his grandpa. He got wet in the rain, so he warmed himself by the stove, but burnt his own feet, so he put out the fire with water in a hurry. At daybreak, Grandpa returned back home. He repaired the little puppet's feet and brought him books. Pinocchio was moved by this and decided to study hard. The next day, Pinocchio saw a circus on his way to school, but he had no money to buy tickets. Pinocchio sold his books and bought the ticket to enter the circus. When he saw the puppet show, he was so happy that he again got himself into trouble. The boss was very angry, but when he came to know that Pinocchio's grandfather was the carpenter, he gave 5 gold coins back to him. On his way back home, he met a fox and a wild cat who especially cheated the disobedient children. They played a trick on Pinocchio and got his gold coins. On his way, the forest goddess appeared, and she asked Pinocchio to take a medicine and go back to the old carpenter. Pinocchio reluctantly took the medicine. Pinocchio lied to the goddess that he sold his books and bought bread for an orphan. After he said so, his nose became very long. He had to admit that he lied. Then the goddess told a woodpecker to turn Pinocchio's nose back to normal. On his way back home, he went to the game kingdom with a group of children. Pinocchio and his companions were turned into donkeys and were sold to the circus. Later, Pinocchio broke his leg when he was trained to jump through the ring of fire. The boss of the circus then threw him into the sea. A shark swallowed Pinocchio. Strangely, in the shark's belly, he met his grandpa. Grandpa was eaten by the shark when he went to the sea in search of Pinocchio. Now, to get out of the shark's belly, they lit a fire in the shark's belly, and the shark sneezed hard, and that's how they escaped. From then on, Pinocchio became very diligent. The old carpenter and the little puppet Pinocchio lived happily ever after. So kids, that's all for today. If you like our stories, please press the bell icon. See you next time with another story.